everybody, I hope everybody is well on this Tuesday morning, afternoon or evening across the world where you may be at. And today I thought I would talk about a topic, what does it mean to be disabled? Because as an autistic disabled adult here in the UK, this topic seems interesting to me. It's something that I've been watching on disability channels that I follow here on YouTube. So as an autistic adult, I thought I'd give my own spin on it and talk about from my perspective how I see what being disabled means to me. So let's get into it. As an autistic registered legally disabled adult, I thought I'd give my own perspective on this topic that seems such a taboo topic that's only just being brought to the service here on YouTube. I know that my autism disables me in certain areas of my life, such as sensory impairment. So again, that's to do with touch, taste, sight, smell and sound. There we go, got the 5 senses in with that bit. So yes, my autism does disable me in a day-to-day basis. And my environment is the most place that disables me, because it's to do with how I interact with people around me. It's to do with the situation I find myself in, whether that's communicating with police or neurotypical people, which is non-disabled people or people who don't identify as disabled. So as an autistic adult, I thought I would talk about this today. And like I said, one of my main triggers is high-pitched noises, so things like police sirens or ambulances or buses or things that have a high-pitched noise to them really do trigger my anxiety and make me highly anxious to the point where I'm having to double-check myself. So yeah, that kind of is what I'm going to be talking about today. And also, like, the echo of the high-pitched noise rings through my head. So again, it can be the echo of the police siren, the echo of the ambulance, the echo of the bus. Anything that has a high-pitched noise that I tend to be in the same environment as, it will vibrate to it for hours. It's not just like minutes where people go, oh, Jem, be over the minute. It takes hours. It literally rings and rings and rings and rings through my head to such a point where I can't cope and I have to remove myself from that environment or that situation at that time. So for many people on the spectrum, when people tell different people that they are on the autistic spectrum, the automatic stereotype is fear. And it comes because of the lack of media positive stereotype to do with autism. And people must think you're either damaged or broken, or that you're chemically damaged, or you're damaged because of vaccines, which has been ruled out so many times. But again, autism has that stereotype of going, oh, well, you can't communicate properly, you know, you must be awkward to communicate with. And this is to do with fear. I don't like the media stereotype fear. I don't like the people that are fearful of autism. It's like, get to know me rather than just my label, you know, because we are human beings. We are people who want to make friends with you. We are people who want to be accepted and included in the world as it is. But unfortunately, this world doesn't cater for me, won't cater for me, because they don't understand my sensory issues or my anxiety or how I live on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, another thing that is something that people always tend to not know about me is my lack of eye contact is appalling. I apologise for it, but again, it's because it's part of my autism. You guys might not know that my eye contact is the obvious thing that describes me and my autistic traits. I do try and keep eye contact for as long as I can when I do these videos, or when I'm trying to pre-film or edit. I try and make sure that I'm looking straight at the screen. But again, this is to do with people going, oh, why can't you make eye contact? Why do you keep fidgeting? That's because I'm autistic, and it's part of my neurodiversity that makes me unique. And I'm not ashamed of it. I'm proud of it. So there we go for that one. Then the next bit I want to talk about is the challenges that society doesn't seem to know that we go through every day. Like today, I'm really, really hot. I'm overburning. Like literally you can tell how hot my skin actually is. It's really, really hot today here. It has reached 41 degrees in London. It's currently 37 in my part of the UK right now, and it's going up by the day. But yeah, I want to talk about now about the positives of being disabled. The positives of being disabled for me is that I've had a lot of opportunities to work with local authorities, such as my local police, my local BBC radio station, my local newspaper outlet, and other people and my local mental health professionals who have done a lot of work with me over the past 8 years since being diagnosed. I've been very lucky to find myself in blessed situations, being able to have my voice and being advocated for. I've also had my local Elvis tribute been praising my work and supporting me. He regularly shares me out and talks about me at his gigs that I attend on a frequent basis. So again, I am very lucky when it comes to being a disabled adult. Yes, my life isn't easy. No, it's not. I'm not going to lie to you and say, oh, I have an easy life. No, I don't. It is difficult. Every day is a challenge. I have to deal with noises. I have to deal with being hot. I have to deal with my depression, my anxiety. And being a disabled adult is intensely difficult, especially when I live on my own and I'm having to do everything for myself. So that means budgeting money, or the lack, I need to do better at it, but I'm getting there. I'm doing things like my own laundry, cooking for myself, cleaning, which I'm needing to improve on a massive deal. But yeah, I want to talk about what it's like being a disabled adult. It is really difficult sometimes when you don't know how to tell people about your autism, or how to progress through life on a daily basis when this world doesn't like me, it doesn't appreciate me, it doesn't want me around, it sees me as a burden, it sees me as a punishment, it sees me as someone they want to get rid of. But again, that's about fear and the stereotypes of disability. But yeah, I am very lucky that I'm able to do my own YouTube channel. I've been able to do my own YouTube channel successfully for the last 6.5, nearly 7 years now. But yeah, I find YouTube as a massive therapy outlet. I'm able to control my mood. I'm able to tell people my experiences. I'm able to share how I feel and tell people what autism is like, the reality of being on the autistic spectrum. Everybody on the autistic spectrum is different, but again, people say because I'm female, oh, you can't have autism because you're female. That frustrates me, because it's like, you don't understand the half of the struggles that I go through being a female. I have to always prove myself on a day-to-day basis. How many times I've shown my medical report on these videos or on my live streams is just a joke. I shouldn't have to prove my autism to you or anybody, and you should just accept me for having it. And I am legally diagnosed. I have been diagnosed now nearly 9 years. So I have had to adapt to a world that doesn't want me and doesn't understand me. They are fearful of the word different. They are fearful of the word autism. They are fearful of the word neurodiverse, because they don't understand. And what they don't understand is that they get scared. And, you know, I understand that people don't wish to communicate with me, or they might not understand how I feel on a day-to-day basis. That's why I'm doing this video. But being a disabled adult is not bad. Yes, there's challenges that I face to survive, and there's things that I talk about that may be a bit touchy or a bit taboo, but that's me. I like to spread the message. I like to get my voice out there and advocate for other autistic people who may not be able to advocate for themselves, and who may not feel that they are able to go onto YouTube or any social media for that matter. And I love it. I love advocacy. I think advocacy is crucial, because the more we get the word out and the more we're able to discuss autism in an open platform and a more secure environment, then we're able to let people know, hey, this is what autism can look like. This is what autism can look like in my perspective, but I know everyone is different, like I've said. So again, that's just one part of it. Also, it's given me a very creative outlet. It's given me a way to self-control my poetry, my scripting. Like, I script a lot of my videos. I'm going to show you the script. There we go, right now for this video. I do script a lot of my videos to lower my anxiety and lower my sensory issues, because if I didn't have a script, I would panic. I wouldn't know what to say, but you guys may not know that all of this is scripted, but it helps to make me feel calmer. It helps me to feel less anxious. And I don't have to feel like I'm so like heightened and panicking about what to say in each of my videos. It helps me to feel more human. So that's another reason why I want to talk about this. Also, my behaviour can be very heightened to being disabled. Sometimes I'm not aware of how I behave. Sometimes I have to go through each emotion to understand what it's like to be autistic. And sometimes I might not recognise, you know, that I'm feeling sad or angry or depressed or happy or frustrated or confused, and it takes me a while to get through them feelings. Once I'm able to understand them feelings, then I will feel a lot better in myself and be able to successfully communicate with you. Also, it gives me a way of seeing the world differently. I'm very much about logic, order, structure, facts, routine. I need that routine every day to be successfully functioning. You guys may say to me, oh, well, you're so functioning, you know, Gemma, you don't need much help and support. Yes, I do. I have a vital support network around me that helps me every day. I have my mum, my dad, my sister, my brother, some of my cousins who advocate for me, my aunt who advocates for me, my autism social worker who I work with. I have a vital support network. Without them, I would crumble. But I just thought I would talk about what it's like to be disabled. It's not an easy life to be a disabled adult here in the UK. It's very hard to fit in and to be accepted. And I know not everyone's going to agree with me, and that's fine. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll be back next time. Bye!